Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining us for tonight's session. I think with this session, we want to share more about our biggest Bybit Earn challenge so far. So right now, tonight, we have something really exciting for you and to share with you what we have in store to share about our Earn products. So the theme for tonight is Win Big or Lose It All. To start off, we have Jerry, our Earn product manager, who will also be sharing how he is investing in his 10,000 USDT. So introducing Jerry, please.
Hi,
Hey,
it's Jerry
Jerry.
here. Hey, how's it going, Krista?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you very much for having me today.
So tonight we have something that's really exciting. Maybe you want to share a bit more about what you're planning to do with us here?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Jerry. I am the product manager here at Bybit Earn. Mainly looking after wealth management, structured products, etc. So I always have this dream to showcase the product that we come up with in a different way, right? So why don't we just build a challenge, to myself and of course share with everybody here, that who's with us today. That why don't we do a challenge, using our own money and to use the product that we built, right? So it could be really really fun. So like today, I'm gonna use a product that we've built to see whether my investment is gonna be successful or not. Yeah.
Thanks so much. I think there has been a lot of buzz about the industry nowadays with the BTC halving, and everyone has been staying tuned to the most critically anticipated event for this quarter. So, do you have any thoughts about it regarding the BTC halving?
Me personally, again, this is not, this is only my personal point of view. I think the Bitcoin halving is definitely, I think is super bullish, right? The demands are quite high, and the supply is gonna drop, right? And I was in the 2049, the event where everybody is talking about the halving, and comparing with 4 years ago, we have a more than ever stronger Bitcoin ecosystem that was non-comparable 4 years ago, where Bitcoin was only a store of value, Bitcoin was only this and that 4 years ago, and now look at what we have now, right? We have the BRC, we have the ARC, we have a lot of very interesting project that is building on top of the Bitcoin network, right? So we are seeing not only this, the industry growing, especially for Bitcoin, the ecosystem is also expanding as we progress. Right? So I think it's definitely a something that we are really really excited about, and that's why I think for the first episode of this challenge, I'm gonna you know I'm gonna more focus on the Bitcoin products, which to reflect my bullish view. Yeah.
Not financial advice, by the way, but I think what is really interesting about this episode is that we have Jerry here who will also be sharing how he'll be using his own 10,000 USDT and investing into different kinds of structured products that we have at Bybit. With this week, the biggest buzzword is BTC and Bitcoin. So the main products that will be featuring with the structured products would mainly be Bitcoin based, I believe, Jerry.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Bitcoins. So I'll be doing, I think I'll be doing two products today. And why don't we get started?
Yeah. Do you have your money ready, Jerry?
Let me check. Yeah, I saved up for this money. I saved up this money for this challenge. Hopefully, by the end of the challenge, weeks later, hopefully I can make some profit with it. Alrighty, let me go ahead and share my can everybody see my screen? Just a quick check, sanity check. Yeah?
Yes.
Perfect. So yeah, so I have this money saved up. As you can see, I have $10,000 in the flexible saving, which been saving really really hard for the past I don't know how many days. So yeah, so the first thing I'm gonna unstake from the Bybit saving, right? Because I'm gonna use this $10,000 to subscribe some other product, right? So let me do that. Unstake. and I will get my $10,000 back to the funding account. Confirm.
So is there a reason why you've also been staking in using Bybit savings? Maybe you can also share with us a bit more about why you chose to put that in Bybit savings account.
Absolutely. So basically, Bybit saving is, it's very straightforward. Bybit saving is a principal protected, right? Save a, get a product where you can, let's say if you have like a USDT that you don't have a particular investment, or sorry, you don't have a particular trading needs at the moment, you can always save up your money in flexible saving. It's you're going to get hourly yield generation. And not only that, you can actually subscribe and redeem your money at any time, right? So there is no lockup period where you can actually, save $5,000 today and get, $5,000 plus a bit of interest tomorrow, right? There's no lockup period, absolutely principal protected, and it's very easy to use, right? So let me see if I get my money. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, I think the whole idea with Bybit savings is that it's so simple to use. If you're not sure how the market is going, it can simply be a product where you just store your funds as well, all your assets, just so it continues to grow. So Jerry, what will be the first product that you'll be featuring for us with your 10,000 USDT? Let's just wait for Jerry to get ready.
While we are waiting, there's a bit of technical stuff that I need to work on. Just give me 1 minute.
Yeah, no worries. I see some comments coming in.
Sure.
I think everyone is agreeing with us as well regarding, BTC, and everyone's comments are really bullish. So that's very heartening to see. Tonight's topic, or today's topic, actually would also be revolving around BTC. So it should be super relevant to everyone's sentiment.
Just give me 1 second. Just 1 second.
While we wait for Jerry, I'm just checking out some additional comments that we have. Bybit Earn is so helpful. It indeed is. I personally am a user of Bybit Earn, quite a heavy user as well. And normally when I don't really know what to do or like how to trade, or I just am running out of ideas, Bybit Savings is really the product that I keep turning back to, simply because the risk is so minimal. Actually, there is no risk at all, because you're just putting in money so that based on the APR that is reflected to you, whether it's a fixed savings or flexible savings, is very transparent and clear to use. So this is something that I would personally recommend also to any of the new users out there. Whether is it you're just buying some USDT or BTC, it can be something that you see as a storage, so that you can also gain very efficient interest from the product. So just looking at some of our other comments while we wait for the product to be ready.
Yep, ready.
Ready? Awesome.
Yes, let's get started. Let's get started. Alrighty.
Okay, what will be the first product that you're going to share with us, Jerry?
I actually put a lot of thoughts into it. Yeah,
As
so
you should. As you should.
Yeah, it's $10,000 of my own money. I should probably be a little bit cautious on that. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and share my screen. So like I said, like Krista mentioned, right? So I will be mainly, using our structured product, because we offer a very complete suite of the structured product that is tailored for every market condition, right? We have, a structured product where you think the volatility is going to go up or down, right? So I think the first product that I'm going to use is discount buy, right? So let me share discount buy. and how does it work, and my investment philosophy. 1 second.
Discount buy is a very interesting product name, by the way.
Thank you. And let me first introduce how this product works. And I think I'm going to go a lot of money on this product because I want to actually get some Bitcoins at a very, very discount price, right? So what is discount buy, right? Discount buy is, first of all, it's one of its kind in the market. You probably don't see this structured product anywhere in the entire industry. I think Bybit, we're the only exchange that offers this structure, right? So let's just skip the lines here. Let's go directly into the diagram, right? So you see there is a current price, which is currently the current Bitcoin price is 65,853, right? And you see two prices in a pair. One is knockout, and one is purchase, right? So it has two scenarios, right? This product, again, is a structured product, so it has a duration. By the end of the settlement, if the settlement price is above the knockout, so pretty much you got knockout, right? So you're not only gonna get your money back, your $10,000 or whatever you invest, right? Plus you're gonna get your very juicy APR in USDT, right? So if you're a VIP, we're gonna offer 20% APR, and if you're just a regular client, we're just gonna give you 10%, right? So there is no loss for you if by the end of the settlement, the settlement price breaks the knockout. So what if by the settlement time, the price is below the knockout, right? So pretty much you're gonna buy Bitcoin at the purchase price, right? So let's say if you settle here, right, within the green box, right, which is higher than the purchase, you still are able to buy Bitcoin at the purchase price, which is a discounted price, and that's why we call this product discount buy, right? So where's the trick? The trick is if the Bitcoin really crashed by a lot, right? It falls below the purchase price by the end of the settlement, you are still gonna, have to buy Bitcoin at this purchase price, right? So this is how it works. I think it's very suitable for the current market trend because a lot of people are very bullish. They want to stack some cheap Bitcoins, right? So I have prepared $10,000. I think I'm gonna go $9,500 into this product because
That's a huge sum out of your 10,000 USDT.
Yes, so 95% of the money. Sorry, is it 95%? Or yeah, so a lot of the money will be going to this product because I really, really want to get some cheap Bitcoin and see if I can get some. So if you can see my screen, I'm gonna choose a 7-day tenor, which is the product will be settled on 2024, April the 29th, right? So like I said, there is a pair price, there is a knockout, and there is a purchase price, right? So the knockout price is gonna be $67,000, and the purchase price is a very juicy $63,000, right? That's almost 4% lower than the current price. I really, really want to, hopefully I can get Bitcoin in this price with 7 days later. So let's go
ahead. And that's like almost over 44% discount, right? Based on the current price right now.
It's more than 4%. It's 4.2% lower than the current price, right?
Super cool.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and subscribe. Oh, how come I have $0 available? Just give me a sec. One sec. Right. Don't worry, the money is not going anywhere. Just let me check.
I think we're all really excited to see how you're gonna spend this 10,000 USDT, especially with 9,500 going into one product in the first episode. So now we all understand Jerry's risk tolerance. But he's gonna share a bit more, I believe, why he is putting so much into discount buy and what would be the second product that he'll be featuring. So while he sorts that out, I'm just going to go back to the questions that are featured right now. So thank you so much for the comments that are coming in. Just a very, very quick reminder that we do have a quiz that is happening right now. So do fill out the quiz, and then if you're lucky, you can get a chance to share 1,000 USDT. So even if you don't have 10,000 USDT like Jerry here, there's a chance for you to win as well by participating in the quiz.
Okay, I'm ready. There we go.
All right.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Perfect. So like I said, I'll be committing $9,500 into this discount buy with the following parameters, right? So the current price is around $65,756. The purchase price, which is on the bottom, it's going to be 63,000 more or less, right? And the knockout price is $67,000, right? So like I said, there are two scenarios. If I get knocked out 7 days later, I will just simply receive my $9,500 back plus a very juicy 20% APR, and that translates into $36, which is pretty good in 7 days, right? And if it falls under the knockout price by 7 days later, so I'll just simply buy Bitcoin at this it drops even a little bit more. I'll just simply buy this product. Simply buy Bitcoin at this price, right? Of course, you can choose to settle in coin or in cash. I'm going to settle in cash, and that means I'm going to buy Bitcoins at the purchase and immediately sell at the settlement price, right? So if the settlement price is higher than the purchase, you're going to make a pretty juicy profit, right? So let's do that. Let's click on
Jerry,
buy
is there
now.
a reason why you're also choosing cash instead of coin?
Yeah, so like I want to have more USDTs, to play around with, right? And so of course, if you simply want to stack Bitcoin, you can do that, right? For me, for example, I want to have more USDTs, that can give me more flexibility down the road. All right, so like you probably see, the order is successful. You will not be able to redeem your order before the settlement. So once you commit it, it's a 7-day product, the one that I choose. But of course, there are shorter tenors. For example, there is a 1 day, which is going to be settled by tomorrow, April 23rd. And there is a 3-day product that's going to be settled 3 days later, April the 25th. Of course, they are the parameters going to be a little different comparing with the 7 days. You have I'll say a narrow or shorter range of the pair of the knockout and the purchase, right?
Yeah.
So fingers crossed, $9,500 already spent. Hopefully in 7 days, I can make a profit. Yeah.
I hope so too. So if you don't actually have the same 10,000 USDT as Jerry here, that's something that you can also do as well while you're taking on this journey with us. So do feel free, again, not financial advice. This is something that we just have to emphasize, but it can also go in the same proportion. For example, if you're starting off with 100 USDT or 1,000 USDT, then it can also be the same approach where with Jerry, he's putting in almost 95% of his portfolio into discount buys simply because of his risk level, his management level. But yeah, so overall, the products that we're featuring here is, again, BTC discount buy. Jerry, is there a reason why you're also choosing to put in, for discount buy, maybe you can share a bit more about your risk management. Why is it? Is there any risk with using discount buy, and what are the possible sides to it? Just so our users are fully aware.
Absolutely. So discount buy, like I said, it's a structured product where it's actually a option-based structured product where there is a tenor, right? And that tenor is actually something that you have to commit to, right? So once you subscribe, unfortunately for this type of product, you are not able to change, modify, or early redeem your order, right? So once you commit it, you're committed. So that's, I'll say, the flexibility is risk number one. Number two, of course, is the price, right? For example, if you get lucky, you get knocked out, you get a 20% APR, and if you don't, if you're in that green box, you're obviously making a profit. But again, if the Bitcoin price drops below the purchase price, unfortunately, you are still obligated to take the purchase order at the purchase price that you committed to, right? So you're essentially, selling an option where you have the obligation to take the order if, the price breaks the lower strike, right? So I'll say the reason why I choose this, like I said, it's mainly because I hopefully I can get some cheaper Bitcoins. I'm a Bitcoin stacker. I want to gain profit from stacking Bitcoin, and I think this product it's very suitable under current conditions. But again, this is not a financial advice. Please do your own research before spending your money, and spend your money wisely.
So we do have a question that came in.
Sure.
Someone is asking, what if the price drops below in the 7 days? So I assume that would mean if it drops below the knockout price as well.
In
So
between the 7 days,
yeah, during the 7 days.
there will be
Anytime
no
in between the
impact.
7 days.
No impact. So basically, we're only going to observe the price once, and that's on the settlement date, right? So it doesn't really matter if Bitcoin drops down to $1 and then come back at $67,000, right? So nothing will happen during the 7 days. We're only going to check the price once at the settlement time, right? So it's one observation, and it's at the settlement, right? So don't worry about any fluctuations in between. It's not going to impact you. All right.
So we do have another question that's relevant.
Sure.
Someone is asking, if the price breaks, then will I be able to cancel the order?
No, unfortunately, no. Again, this is I know it's not very flexible, but again, option products sometimes are like this. Especially, this structure is, you're essentially shorting options, right? So basically, you are entitled to hold your orders for the entire duration, and early cancellations are not supported at the moment. We could potentially support it, but at the current moment, we're not able to. We're not yet supportive of that functionality at the moment.
Cool. But I think this is a really good point. I mean, with users, our viewers seem to be concerned about when they are able to cancel the order or redeem their order, which actually brings us to the product that you might want to share as well, the next one, right?
Absolutely.
So if we don't have any other questions regarding discount buy, or you do have them, just continue to leave them the feedback and then we'll get back to them. But we'll move along for Jerry to share about his second product that he'll be putting the remaining 500 USDT in.
So this product, it's again very exciting in a way that probably is also you probably don't see this elsewhere, or even if you do, it's not going to be offered by some other places. We've introduced this new product, Smart Leverage. I think just shortly 3 weeks earlier, right? So the reason why we came up with this structure is we received a lot of community feedbacks and client feedbacks that, hey, they want to long or short Bitcoins or Ethereum or their desired token in a very, very high leverage. But again, high leverage means the chance of getting liquidated it's pretty high, right? So we came up with this structure to protect you from being liquidated for a certain amount of time. And we support up to 200x in terms of leverage, right? So we've even built a simulator for this. And let me just quickly walk through how this works. And I think today I'm very bullish. Like I said, very bullish in terms of Bitcoin, right? So I'm gonna.
Is it just today? Is it just today, or is it every day?
Well, today I feel particularly bullish.
Okay.
But anyways, so we've built a simulator to demonstrate how this product works, right? So it's very intuitive, right? So I think Bitcoin, of course, there are other tokens supported as well. We have Bitcoins with Ethereum, we have Solana, but I'm going to choose Bitcoin today, right? I think Bitcoin is going to go up, right? And I want to invest my remaining $500. But again, you can go as low as $10 and go as high as, I don't think it's 20 anymore. I think it's 10,000. But again, trade at your own cautious, right? So I'm going to use $500 today. And of course, you can choose your settings, your parameters, right? I think I want to get myself protected for the next 5 days, right? Of course, there's 1 day, there's 2 days, and there's 5 days. I want to get protected for as long as possible, right? So I'm going to choose the 25x. That's my leverage, and the 5 days. And you probably see a parameter called break-even price, right? Because there's no free lunch in the world. We're protecting you for 5 days without liquidation, and there is a price that you need to pay. And the price is you are only going to make money if the Bitcoin price breaks above the break-even price if you're longing, right? So I understand it's not very, there is a gap in between, and it's almost $3,000. But again, we're protecting you from being liquidated for 5 entire days, right? So this product also, right? We've built a slider where you can simulate your results, right? You can just simply slide the slide bar where this sliders will tell you what's your P&L given the settlement price. But this product is a little bit more friendly is because here, once you subscribe, you can close your positions at any time. And the same P&L formula will apply, right? So you don't have to wait until 5 days. If you're realizing a profit, let's say tomorrow, Bitcoin went crazy, and it hits $70,000, right? Or let's say it hits $72,000, you can actually choose to close your order tomorrow or anytime, right? So you don't have to really wait until the 5 days, right? So this is something that our clients, we've only introduced product of I think it's less than a month. We've already seen quite a popular inflow on this product. So like I said, I'm bullish. I think the chances of breaking 69 is high in the next 5 days. So I'm going to go ahead and subscribe. Oh,
so what would be the maximum loss actually, Jerry, if you can also show us the simulator later? Would there be any additional losses beyond the amount that you invest in?
Absolutely not. So the maximum amount of money that you're going to lose to this product is whatever you invested, and we will not, you will not lose a single cent more on top of what you invested. So it's actually very, I'll say it's friendly in a way that you're not going to lose a fortune, even if you lose, right? If you lose, you're only going to lose your investment amount.
Cool. So basically, you go in knowing how much already you might lose, but in terms of the profits, you can redeem it anytime as long as you see a profit that you're comfortable with.
Absolutely.
All right.
Alrighty, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Can you see my screen?
I can.
Perfect. Perfect. Alrighty, so we have the 5 days, right? 5 days product, right? So we're gonna order now, and the settlement date is 5 days later, April 27th, and you're gonna redeem just 15 minutes after it settles, right? So I'm gonna just
max it all out.
Max it out. $500. Let's go.
Let's
go. Already. So all you need to do is to or if you want to max it out like I do, you can do so, but trade at your own cautious. All you need to do is click on buy now. That's it, right? And your order will be processed and will be, turned into a successful status within 2 to 3 seconds, and we are good to go. Yeah, hopefully. Again, I'm very bullish, right? So like hopefully in 5 days, Bitcoin can break the break-even price that I choose, which is $69,000. So for every dollars that it breaks 69, you're going to make 25x, which is
that's crazy.
Amazing. Yeah, and also it's no liquidation for 5 days, right? So like even if Bitcoin hits $1 in between the 5 days, you're not going to get liquidated as long as it comes back, anytime. Before it settles, you're gonna win, right? So this is a product that we're really excited about, and for those of you who are as bullish or as bearish as someone else, of course you can long or short, right? So if you're as bullish as I am, you can maybe give it a try. $10, $20 to give it a try, right? Again, please trade at your own cautious. This is not an investment advice. All right.
That's awesome. I think this also directly answers some of the questions that we had previously when users were asking when they are able to cancel the order. So this, with smart leverage, you're able to redeem it any single time as long as you see the profits. You can immediately redeem your profits whenever you're happy with it. So let's just see.
Sorry, there's just one small not tips. One little note that probably I should mention up is you are not able to redeem in the last hour before the settlement. So if it settles at 4 tomorrow, you are not able to redeem it after 3 p.m. tomorrow, right? So last hour is where we do our consolidation and stuff, where all the orders are getting processed. You will not be able to redeem. But anytime for the remaining hours of the day, you are able to do so freely.
That's cool. So anytime before 1 hour when the plan ends, you are essentially able to sleep soundly, right? Because there is no risk of liquidation at all.
No risk of liquidation. And a lot of people are choosing the 5 days because they can really sleep at night.
Yeah, I can imagine, especially when markets are volatile, you're able to just rest and then just chill for a while. But you also have the option to redeem at any time as long as you see it hits green.
Absolutely. Yeah, those are the two products that I just spent $10,000 on 2 products. I'm not suggesting on the audience here to do exactly like what I do, but but again, trade at your own cautious. Maybe you can try. If you haven't heard of those 2 products after today's demo, hopefully you understand these 2 products a little better. You can start it with maybe a $10, $20 to give it a try if you like it, right?
Yeah, exactly. We already have a lot of questions regarding smart leverage. Some users are asking whether they are able to redeem in 20 minutes instead of 5 days. And the answer is yes, right?
Yes, you can, as long as you make a profit, or like as long as you make a profit, or as long as there is residual value in your order, right? Right. If it's if your order is like worthless at the moment, you're not able to get your money back. But as long as during any part of the 5 days, as long as you have residual values or you have a profit that you want to take, you can do that freely.
Awesome. There are some interesting questions regarding products that we haven't really spoke about today. So someone is asking, what is the difference between discount buy and dual asset? Would you be able to summarize that a little bit?
Absolutely, and that is a very good question, right? So discount buy, dual asset are a little, the difference are quite niche, right? So basically, discount buy is where you have a knockout. It's a knockout option product where if let's say if Bitcoin breaks the knockout, you're only getting an APR, right? And if it falls below the purchase, you're gonna if it falls below the knockout, you're gonna take the orders at the purchase price. Dual asset works a little different on the buy low side, right? So if you're buying low on dual asset, you only have like 2 scenarios, right? One is if it doesn't hit, you are gonna get your money back plus the APR, right? But there is no knockout. There is no knockout, right? But if it's below the strikes or the target prices, you're gonna take the order, right? So the real difference is in the knockout, right? Where discount buy, you're actually gaining profit when the settlement price is within the green box, right? But for dual asset, you're making a profit when Bitcoins can go up by a lot, right? So that's some very niche differences between the 2 products, and that is a very, very good question.
So what would be the kind of market conditions that someone should look out for when deciding whether they go with discount buy or dual asset?
I think dual asset is where you have a very, very, very clear target prices you want to enter the market, right? Like, because for dual asset, you are gonna choose your target prices, right? For example, right now it's 65. You want to buy Bitcoin at 64, right? You are okay of taking $64,000 as your purchase order, right? But for discount buy, I think you're anticipating the Bitcoin price is not really moving out of the green box, right? You're sort of like shorting, the volatility. You don't want the volatility to go crazy, right? So that is the main use cases for discount buy. But for dual asset, I think it's an all-weather product because a lot of people, they go to spot limit order, they place their orders, where in dual asset you can actually choose your target prices to take your order, and you're actually gaining a profit. You're gaining an APR, right? So the use cases are a little different. and the target audience are also a little bit different as well.
Okay, so today we see discount buy. Maybe sometime in the next episode, we could even see a use case for dual asset.
Hopefully, the market conditions allows that.
Okay, so we do have a lot more questions coming in, but before we get to that, I think there is also a segment, a short segment that we want to introduce. So we have Leonard, who's online, and he'll also be sharing about, the latest trending token and what are the new projects that we have on Bybit. Leonard, are you there? Hi, Leonard.
Hey, Krista. How are you?
I'm good. So
Thanks for having me
have
here.
something exciting to share with us here?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me here. I'm Leonard from Bybit listing team. So here today, I'm going to just introduce some big listings from Bybit. So I know you guys are watching closely with Bybit listings these days. As we know, we just listed Merlin Chain last week, which is a really big project, which is our latest launch pool project. Through launch pool, you can stake Merlins and USDT to earn more. So you guys can check our landing page to find out more info. But today, I'm just going to introduce a really big listing from Bybit, which is Playbucks, P-Bucks, the token taker. This is our latest launchpad project. We already released the listing announcement a few days ago. You can check the listing announcement to know more detail and infos. So for those who are not familiar with our Launchpad, you may wonder, what is Launchpad? So Bybit Launchpad is our IEO product, actually, aimed at supporting the development and the promotion of new projects. User can gain early access to tokens from promising projects directly on Bybit, which means you can get a chance to buy tokens at a rather low price before listing, right? Does it sound cool to you?
Yeah, so, I think our Bybit listings has been pretty hot recently with all the cool projects. I see the comments coming in from like users and community members. They've always been looking forward to the newest projects that are being listed soon. So with P-Bucks, maybe you can share a bit more about this project that you are sharing.
Yeah, sure. So let's talk more about the project itself, Playbucks. So the token taker is P-Bucks, and you guys may wonder what this project is doing. What is this project? So Playbucks actually is a blockchain-based e-commerce metaverse platform on the BNB chain that allow users to shop and earn cashbacks. And P-Bucks, this token serves as its governance token. So Playbox, actually, we can understand it as a entertainment platform that offers multiple entertainment options all in one place, including like shoppings, movies, music, DeFi, tradings, or maybe gamings, etc. Yeah.
You got me sold on shopping, cashback, and gaming. I think that was exciting enough for me.
Like all in one platform, yes.
Okay, cool. So right now it's already available on Launchpad for our users?
Yes, it's already available on Launchpad, and you can check our Launchpad landing page to know more. And we're gonna list this token tomorrow, 12 p.m. UTC time.
Thank you so much, Leonard. Super exciting news for our users so that they can also have first-hand advantage with the listing tomorrow. So with this, let's just go back to some of the questions that we have that are coming in again from our users. As a reminder, again, we have Jerry back. So as a reminder, again, we have the 1,000 quiz that's going on, 1,000 USDT. So don't forget to fill that up before our AMA ends. So one question that I have here, what is the Launchpad holding formula? Leonard, do you have an answer to that?
Oh, the holding formula is actually a bit more complicated. I think if users are interested in this part, you can check the specific explanations on our landing page. They have showed the details of the holding formulas you can check.
Okay, cool. And back to you, Jerry. There's a question about Earn products in general. So one of our viewers is asking if we are able to use stop loss with Earn products.
I actually get this question a lot. Since we're introducing more, trading-like products, for example, the dual asset, the smart leverage, and hopefully in the next episode I'll be introducing the double wins. The current answer is no, because the reason why is our design philosophy is for Earn, or for any product that is under Earn. We want to make it as simple as possible. We don't want to, at least not now. Right? We're not want to give a trading experience in an Earn page, right? For Earn, my design philosophy is one click, subscribe, and wait, and win. That's my design philosophy. We don't really want to introduce fancy functionalities that's overly complicated, that could potentially be overwhelming for a lot of users. We want to keep it as simple as possible for you guys, right? So if you look at our product lines, our Bybit saving, our ETH 2.0, our wealth management, as well as the structured products, we build simulators, we build diagrams, we build the subscription button that is very, very obvious, right? So we want to give you a experience, at least from Earn side, a very easy, very straightforward subscription experience that that could reduce a lot of hectic. If we introduce more functionality, that could potentially be too complicated, right? So we want to keep it real and keep it simple.
I agree. I think the key selling point here is, for at least for myself as a trader or a user, it's really easy to understand structured products. The steps that are required for you to make the purchase is within 3 steps effectively. And then with the simulations, you also are aware of how much you can lose and how much more you can profit, all within one chart. So there is that awareness from a user point of view. So thank you, Jerry.
But again, this is a very good question. We will take this back and discuss how we can fit your need in a more smart way. Obviously, we're not going to introduce take profit or stop loss at the moment, but hopefully we can introduce some push signals, or some notifications, at least to tell you if your specific target is reached. We'll take this back, and hopefully by next episode I should be able to give you an answer.
All right, we'll look forward to it. Maybe we'll take just like 1 or 2 more questions. So the next one from one of our viewers is, can I spend staked USDT and earn with our Bybit card?
Staked USDT?
Yeah. So
I think so. I think Bybit card. I think I recently got my Bybit card. So basically, I think how it works, but I could be wrong, but I think how it works is if you are not spending the money is actually automatically subscribed into a flexible saving product where you're actually generating hourly APRs. And when you are spending the money, if the money is in saving, I think it will be automatically unsubscribed and put into your purchase. So I think that's how it works. So I think the answer is yes. If the audience is asking, the stake USDT is whatever you put into the flexible saving.
Cool. Thank you so much. It's personally been a very insightful session. So today we've managed to learn about discount buy as well as smart leverage, and then we've also witnessed Jerry personally putting in 10,000 USDT, so 9,500 into discount buy and 500 into smart leverage. And we've also had Leonard sharing a bit more about our latest launchpad listing, so something to stay tuned to tomorrow as well. So I still see a lot of questions, so I'll just take one more before we conclude this. What's the difference between Bybit savings and wealth management? I think this is a very common question that we need to answer.
Very good question. So the user experience is very similar. I admit. but the whole underlying logic behind the yield generation are completely different. So our Bybit savings is purely based on in-house lending, where you as a depositor, right, you deposit your money or you subscribe into flexible saving. Flexible saving, the yield is generated to those who are borrowing your USDT in-house for their trades, right? So like for those who are borrowing your USDT in their UT account to trade, they're actually paying a interest to those users who are depositing. Right? So it's based on a borrow and lending agreement in terms of the yield generation. And that's how flexible saving works. And it's purely in-house, nothing leaves the platform. Wealth management, on the other side, it's a completely different story, right? Wealth management, by this name, is we partner up with a number of institutional clients that we have a long-standing relationship with, that which are that are screened, monitored, selected in a very, very strict manner, right? So we've partnered up with 6 asset managers. They are actually taking care of your money in a very safe manner, right? They are, all of the strategies that they deploy are pretty much delta neutral, which, by delta neutral, it means there's no directional exposure, right? It doesn't really matter if the Bitcoin the price is going up, down, sideways. It doesn't really matter, right? So the yield generation is all pretty much stable. It's a very safe product. But again, the underlying logic is the money is actually managed by third parties, but all the assets are still securely kept within the platform. Nothing leaves Bybit. The asset manager, they can't do crazy things because we have very robust risk management system that monitor their trades, and most of the trades are delta neutral. So yeah, so hopefully I answer your question. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a very, very good question, and something that happens or comes up a lot as well, because the idea of it seems to be very similar, but we now know that Bybit Savings is within internal, and then with wealth management, we have institutions who are also being managed within Bybit to help us trade.
And the main difference is also, I'd like to add another point, is wealth management is specifically favored by VIPs and high net worth individuals, where they are allocating part of their money for very stable yield generations, right? If you look at wealth management right now, I think it's sitting at 6%, which I think is slightly higher than the remaining of the a low risk product, right? So the target difference is also slightly different.
Cool. So as a VIP, so go straight to wealth management, basically, right?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, but again, it's a fixed term product, right? It's 7 days. We're going to auto reinvest your earnings plus your principal. But again, it's a fixed term investment. It's not as flexible as the flexible saving by its name, but again, there are a lot of long-term holders which they just want to allocate their money in a longer portfolio management period, right? So that also gives a slightly the slight difference between the two products.
Cool. Thank you so much, Jerry. And that's the last question that we have for tonight. So thank you so much, everyone, for your questions. And it has been a very insightful session together with Jerry as well as Leonard. So thank you to both of our panelists as well. And with that, again, last reminder, do participate in our $1,000 USDT quiz that's happening right now. If you can see it on our live stream page. And we'll see you for our next session. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, guys.